Welcome to the Up and Down match. This is our early morning session today. I hope you guys are ready.
I hope so too. We had a late night again yesterday. The last games were actually kind of crazy with Vader not making it into Code S. It was a little bit sad for him, but on the other hand, Supernova played really well. Today we have only 4 players in our group. Yesterday we had 6, today it's 4.
Yeah. Creator just so close yesterday getting that group, hitting that Colossus attack, losing his robotic support bit though, a big problem for him, and at the end of the day, Supernova was able to advance.
Yeah, the match was crazy on that Tiga shipyard. It was really insane. Today, unfortunately, Violet is not playing. He withdrew from the competition, therefore we only have 4 players today. We have Live, Ryung, Oz, and the STC. 2 Terran players, a Protoss, and a Zerg.
Yep, we will have a total of 6 matches unless tiebreakers are necessary, and I think a 4-player group, there's probably unlikely we'll have a crazy tiebreaker situation.
Well, we are going to find that out later on, but right now, of course, we focus a little bit on our players today, and we have a pretty sick lineup, actually. It's sad that Violet isn't here, but the quality of players in this group is just insane.
You have a lot of players here that have appeared a lot in Team League, but not so much in Code S all the time. For example, Ryung and Oz, really 2 top-notch players, and you have a player like Life, who has been kind of like the Team League guy for Zenex. He obviously now is on StarTale with the merger there. But that's kind of cool to see because it's like, alright, how can this guy do? He had his first run through Code A, made it the up and downs, couldn't quite get right into Code S, but can he fight his way through this group against some former Code S players?
Live, for me personally, is a player to watch out for today. He has been playing in the StarTale house for quite a while, training now, and we will be able to see how well he does today, how he could improve. Right now we have a look at our results from yesterday with Happy and Supernova. 2 Terran players were able to advance and will participate in the next season of Code S.
Yep, you can see Supernova with 5 wins and 2 losses. He did prevail in the tiebreaker matches, taking out both Creator and Vampire back-to-back. Great siege tank play, really innovative. Happy on the other hand, playing pretty straight up, just taking the win. Only 1 all-in by him against Supernova himself. Was able to take that win.
I guess we're having a quick look at today's group. To show you who exactly is participating in today's matches. There they are. Violet, he withdrew, but we have Oz, we have Ryung, Live, and the STC.
You can see all the respective win rates for these players. You can see Ryung with the most games played at 68 in total. The STC is someone I think you might want to watch out for in this group as well. Really cool group. It's a shame Violet cannot be here in the mix to kind of tango with them.
Yeah, we have really strong players, and this is the first shot that we actually have from Live in a StarTale jersey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or was he actually already wearing the shirt when he was playing in the last round of Code A that he participated in?
That's a good question. I feel like he wasn't. I think I would have noticed. But I think at that time they didn't have the new StarTale jersey yet. So maybe...
Be it as it may, right now we have the...
He looks good.
Yeah.
And you can see he has played the least matches out of everyone there.
But he has the best win ratio.
Exactly. And he's been playing really, really well, beating almost anyone he faces. He's known for kind of tricky play. He's not always the guy to play straight up in these matches.
But the thing about it is, the one thing that every player agrees on is that Live is a player who really shines in a late game. He doesn't necessarily have to play it, and this is a big strength in a player. When I was at the StarTale house a few days ago, I actually saw him practice with Parting, and Parting was, well, let's just put it like this, Parting really was sweating like crazy when you played him. Live's late game is just insane, but as you already pointed out, we've seen, especially in Code A, Live participate with a lot of strategies that completely surprise his opponents. So he can go for some kind of crazy all-in strategy, rolling around the Nidus network, for example. He's a very versatile player.
Yeah, he really is. Loves his fast lair, as you would expect from as the next Zerg. See what Ryung's got up his sleeve, though. This guy is one of the best Slayers Terrans, and some might argue is even past MMA in that regard, considering that he's just been able to produce better results recently in Team League. See what he can do up against Life here. The countdown to start of the map is Cloud Kingdom, Terran versus Zerg here at the Up and Down matches. Cast by Calder and Wolf, of course, here. Brought to you by GOMTV. Let's jump into the first map.
To the top right of our first map today starts the Terran player for the Slayers team. He starts in the red in his IDs, of course.
Slayers Ryung.
Used to be called the TVT Sniper, now shows great scores in all matchups.
Yeah, his TVT matchup is definitely his best with a 63% win ratio against Zerg, also quite strong. The bottom left starts his opponent, starting for the StarTale team here, one of the newer additions when the Zenix team decided to merge with them.
StarTale Laipu.
He has been staying at the StarTale house for a while right now, and with the training regime that they have, we can certainly expect some improvement from him. He's one of the young players of the team, and we'll find out if he's up to the challenge, if he is ready for Codes.
Yeah, and one thing to note is his Zenix coach, who I'm not sure if is actually now officially part of StarTale or not, is actually here as well. Now we're going to have 11 racks on the map on an interesting position all the way to the top left, and he's sending a second SCV out as well. Looks like he wants to double barracks proxy here. An opening we very rarely see these days, in fact.
And Ryung opening things up with a bang here. He really wants to leave his footprint on in this group with the first match already. We now see the second SCV heading out, 12 SCV so far, 11 racks, and then building the second one at 12, as you can see right now. The double barracks opening, very strong on a map like this, and now we have live with a hatch first, of course, in this matchup.
Yeah,
how many drones?
Exactly, he's getting one extra one, it looks like here. Not going to start a second one, rather will go for the faster, safer pool timing. No drone scout either, though, which means he's not going to see this coming.
But that's really important that he starts with the pool this fast. We've seen a lot of Zerg players who try to build additional drones, to try to get the gas even before the pool in a situation like this. Play really greedy in the early game. But now we have the SCV actually being spotted for just a second.
Yeah, and
there
you know, that's a weird direction to come from. Life may kind of figure out what's going on, but he has not sent any drones. And sends this Overlord back to check for bunkering.
The SCV into the main base now. The first Marine is on the map, claiming the Zalnaga watchtower. Life has to be careful here. His pool is, of course, nearly done. He needs queens. He needs also the Zerglings. Will he do it? Will he immediately throw down a Spinecrawler as well?
Well, he's gonna need to defend against bunkering. That's quite possible. The SCV is coming back down the ramp now. Only one drone to tail him. Hatchery finishes, so the creep will begin to spread. The first bunker has been placed. Chases the Overlord away. Several drones coming down now, but this time there are 3 Marines.
A lot of drones being pulled, but where exactly is he going with them?
Well, that is... He expects the proxy to be in a different location, but he's wrong. There's no reinforcements coming from that location. They're actually coming from the left side, really indicating that he missed the SCV earlier.
What is he doing?
He's going for a counterattack with his drones. He's actually going to try to kill Ryung's workers with his drones.
That's crazy. I've never seen this before.
I've never seen this before either, and a lot of SCVs of Ryung are now on the map.
He didn't wall yet, but he has an SCV in position, and here come the Marines. Will he actually be able to pull this off? He blocks. No, he doesn't. Here comes the drone train. What is this? I've never seen this before.
And you know what?
This is awesome.
Keldor, I don't think he has enough Marines to stop these Lings necessarily. If a few more of these pop out.
I can't believe what we're seeing. The Zerglings run in and take down the SCVs, try to take down the Marines as well. There are so many SCVs blocking the choke point, though.
The drones are not attacking the SCVs, actually, in the main base. He's actually just trapped them using stop command. Now he's going to kill them. He's
attacking the SCVs, but of course Ryung can lift his orbital. That's the one thing that he can do, and will Life be ready? He's building additional Zerglings, he's waiting for them. There are still Marines on the map. We have 11 Marines and only 6 Zerglings. The Queen, of course, very important.
Yeah, the Queen is so valuable. It's like the hero here. Oh my god, he's going to get the last Marine here, potentially. There's 3 left.
With the Queen still having enough hit points,
he needs to fight with the Queen.
That will be fine.
Yeah, he fights and takes them down. 1 SCV left of 13 drones. The drones have been sent home. And Ryung cannot land his command center.
I have never seen anything like it.
He cannot land.
He blocks it with drones.
Well, he needs to continue to block it if he wants to have to be able to stop those mules from landing, because he's losing a lot of mining time here.
One mad genius. This is crazy. This is really, really crazy.
I've never seen anything like it, Keldor.
He can kill the mule now with his drones.
And he will. Second mule is pot, but he's just going to lose. He gets 30 minerals each from these, which will allow him to make 1 more Marine.
Yeah, but 1 more Marine is not going to cut it. He has only 4. He will have 5, so what?
And the drones try to sneak by. He gets 2 of them.
That's a different story now, though.
Oh, the queen needs to be careful here. Lings come to buffer.
Yeah, but still, if the queen dies...
the queen will die likely here. He needs the drones to help.
Now he could actually just
He could transfuse a drone as well. I know that sounds silly, but it's actually important, and he does it.
He has another transfuse ready.
He doesn't have enough money to build any more Lings.
He has to rely on these units. He might lose
Transfuse another drone, and the queen so well microed here. 6 hit points left.
No,
it's not enough.
I can't believe it. The drones start to take down the orbital here. 2 Lings are left. He needs those drones. He kills another mule, but then he has to move out. There is not a single SCV left. 4 Marines against 2 Zerglings, and now he's moving back.
This is insane.
This is crazy.
He has to deny the mining. There's not enough minerals to make another SCV, so he has to wait for orbital energy.
He actually mines minerals because he just wants to sneak past. He needs more Zerglings. If he can get out 2 additional Zerglings and the
a huge mistake by Ryung. He lifted his orbital, and the Overlord can see this. All he has to do now is deny the orbital from landing, and he can't get any more money. But the Marines, will they see the drones and react? He's actually moving his barracks to block.
Yeah, exactly. He blocks him in. How amazing is that? Can he take down these Marines with 4 drones and 2 Zerglings? Can he do it?
He needs them all to be together if he wants to do it.
Wolf, this is the most crazy game that I've ever seen in my life.
I could not agree more. Orbital is coming back. He wants to take the Orbital to his Marines, which is really smart.
A drone trained to counter a double barracks opening. I have never ever seen this.
This is intense because if he returns all of these minerals, he will have 16 more, which will put him at 49, which is not enough to make 2 more Zerglings. So,
but he can take these units down.
All right, he fights. But the Marine control is too good, maybe, I think.
It's so close! No!
Ryung's control is too good. He will take the game. GG!
I cannot believe what we just saw.
Well, man, I think we all learned something today, that there is more than one way to defend against someone who pulls their SCVs.
I mean, in hindsight, Live could have done a few things different to win it. But in the heat of the moment and just watching this game, it's crazy. I mean, we have all the information about how many Marines there are, how many SCVs there are. So Live could have played a little bit differently with less drones in his opponent's main base, less drones being pulled, a little bit more mining. But this was one of the weirdest games that I've ever experienced in my entire life. What a crazy Zerg versus Terran. And Live, to me, is a mad genius right now. Ryung with the better micro in the end was able to pull it off. A second queen would have been awesome for him, I think, with the transfusers between the queens.
I was also a little bit disappointed that he did not stop the orbital from landing again. That's something that if you stay on top of it, you'll never allow that orbital land. And then in that case, he couldn't make additional Marines. He was able to make, I believe, 2 extra Marines from that. And that was, I think, what gave him enough to be able to actually win the game. So that's something that could have been better done. But either way, we're going to jump into our second game here.
A spine crawler in the main base would have helped a lot as well, of course, but right now, if you think about it, this game was so out of the ordinary, so out of the box that there's basically nothing that you can really say about it. Yeah. It was just micro, a lot of decision making and small individual things that he tried to pull off. But a very interesting strategy here, and I'm a little bit sad they lost, but Ryung very well played, and a great opening, of course, for this group, so he starts with the first win.
Yep. Oz got to get into the lobby first before we go into game number 2 on Antigua Shipyard. Oz versus STC. The STC, another former OGS player. People were really expecting him to do quite well after his military service ended. Then he came, he did decently, but he hasn't really had his breakout performance yet. Recently joined Quantic and performs in a lot of overseas tournaments. I sat next to him on a plane on the way back from the ROG summer tournament. Pretty cool guy to talk to.
So Oz right now preparing, not in the lobby just yet, setting up his hotkeys, talking to someone apparently, just making sure that everything's fine so that he can start the game. So you only have 4 players today, so I guess every single one of them has his own booth.
Yeah. Very true.
I can't get over the last game that we've seen.
It was pretty insane, man.
That was mind-blowing.
There's not much else to say about it. I mean, it was just it was really cool to see how Life decided to kind of change the tide of battle there. And in the end, it was just, even though he did it and it was cool, he wasn't able to stop Ryung from winning.
The thing is that Ryung could have just walled off.
Yeah.
He could really have, he had the minerals too, and he had the SCV in position. With the wall of Life would have never been able to get in there. But well, these are his main. Now we have a a Protoss versus Terran with Oz versus the STC at the GSL up and downs. With Calvin Wolf, let's jump into the game on a Tiga ship.